Moin Moin, this is Wolfgang from Flensburg. Well, you might wondering the next video, but I'm sitting here in the shadow. We still have a lot of sunshine. It's about 6 in the evening, enjoying my beer. Mud in your eyes to you all. And I'm smoking in my Leandra Poker, a beautiful pipe. In this pipe, I'm smoking a tobacco Ed from New York sent me last Friday. And first I thought I keep this tobacco until I have a special day or something to open it. But I was so nosy, so curious how the tobacco is, so I opened it today. And I'm talking about Cornell & Deal Bijou. It's out of the, they call it the Cellar series. I did not know that there was a series called Cellar series. This tobacco is a broken flake. I'm gonna put a photo about this tobacco in this video. When I opened this tin, I saw a dark brown up to light brown broken flake like this. It smells, it's not a real strong smelling. It just smells like dark brown cookies fresh out of the oven. The tobacco, they write it here on the label. The writing says the tobacco is, is vintage Eastern North Carolina Red Virginias from 2003. And then there are some bright leaves with small-leafed Catarini. I don't know what Catarini is. Maybe some Oriental tobacco. I don't know. I really don't know. And then they add a little bit honey to it before they press it and then cut it into flakes. Well, this tobacco is very simple to get in the pipe. It's easy to light, and it has this typical Virginia taste, very creamy, very smooth, but very sweet. And I think it's not only the sweetness from the Virginia, maybe the honey they put on top makes it even sweeter. But it's not bad. It's great. This sweetness is very fine for tobacco. You can smoke all day. I love this tobacco. It's great. And like I said in the German video, in autumn, in September, end of September, my wife and my daughter are going for 1 week to New York, Broadway musical, shopping, and they are allowed each to give me 250 grams of tobacco. That makes 1 pound tobacco, German pounds, 500 grams. They can bring to Germany without having problems at the custom. So they got to bring me a few tins of this tobacco because it's such a great tobacco. But the funny thing is, when I understand right, they write here, this tobacco reaches best taste if you store it for 10 till 15 years. I say they're crazy. You know, I'm 68 now, and if I wait 10 years until this tobacco reaches its best flavor, I'm 78. I don't know if I'm still smoking then. So I don't store this tobacco. I'm just smoking, for sure. And this tobacco was gifted me from Old Khaki in New York, Ed. And Ed, thanks again. This is one of my favorite tobaccos. I have so many good tobaccos, but this is a real all-day smoke. It's a real fine, sweet tobacco. Well, and the second tobacco I smoked today was gifted me by my Swiss friend Renato. I met him the first time about a little bit more than a week ago at the pipe show in Lomar. And he's a guy, he watched my videos since 2.5 years, and he wanted to do me a favor, so he gifted me a Swiss knife, and he gifted me this tobacco. It's made in Denmark, but it's bought in Switzerland. You don't get them here in Germany. It is a typical Virginia flake. It was a little bit burly and very little black Cavendish. It's a nature tobacco, no flavor, but so I don't know what they do with the black Cavendish in there. This tobacco is also a sweet Virginia, nature Virginia, and it smells a little bit hay. It smells like Virginia has to smell. It reminds me a little bit to the McBaron's Navy Flake, but it's has more body. It's a little bit more tasty than the Navy Flake. If I have the choice between this tobacco and the Navy Flake, I will prefer this one. It's a fine tobacco. Renato, thanks again. Well, that's all I have to say. I'm enjoying the evening, a lazy evening after a lazy day. I'm retired. Having fantastic weather since about a week, a real summer. Not like the rest of Germany. If you go 400 kilometers south, hell broke out. They have high water, they have flood, they have thunderstorms, lightning storms. They have everything down there. My friend Helmut in Bavaria, he is a construction builder and he has to work outside. And he had a big problem with all this rain. But up here in the north, also where Björn lives, in the western part of Germany, at the west coast, they have good weather too. So this time, the northern Germans are the lucky people, because most of the time the southern people have the good weather and we have the bad weather. Well, that's it. Have a good time, and see you again next time when I open the next tins. And I see you. Moin moin. Bye for now.